Hello, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Farmer Big Z, and welcome back to episode 34 of my challenge series on Mars the Mission. We are finally getting down to harvesting potatoes. I just started not too long ago, and I just wanted to get a feel for the new machine, and then B, a few headlands done. I don't know the exact rule or guidance behind headlands, but I typically like to do like a full tractor or implement length, so just so that there's enough room to turn around. So I think this 5th pass is enough. Yeah. 4 might have even been okay, but it also gives me a chance to get down to the end, load up my bin a bit more, and see what the unloading process is going to be like before I start doing my longer runs. This tank can hold 43,000 liters, I believe. So we're going to see how this works. Ideally, and yeah, I can do it from this side. Ideally, how do I want to tackle this? Okay, first let's focus on unloading. Is that high enough? Yeah, plenty high. I'm way too close, okay. I'll fix that for next time. The other issue is that this this might be a while, because there is more in me than Marty can hold. Yeah. Okay, let's do one down and see what that looks like. Might as well start a new GPS for this and get going. But while we tackle this pass here, let's talk a bit of what happened last episode. So last episode in July, we were busy. We did a little bit of mowing, topped up our cows and our sheep. We then harvested 100,000 liters roughly of oats. We then baled 60 straw bales, giving us 660,000 liters of straw. And then finally we limed. We did a little bit of liming. And that went well. Oh, and this is actually going well as well. I'm a little surprised. I thought it would have taken me more or less to get, I thought I'd be a lot more full. Well, let's not crush our, I might have crushed 1 or 2. But yeah, I thought we were going to be a bit more full coming down here. That was 24%. Mind you, I wasn't empty. I'm just going to do a few more headlands down here on this side. Wait until Marty gets back. And realistically, we're just going to jump straight into a montage soon. The only thing I'll say and I'll do before the montage kicks off is I'm going to try to make a prediction. I didn't make any predictions on my last field, my oat field that we harvested. And truthfully, if we did, I would have ended up being wrong. I didn't think it would have been so little. Mind you, 100,000 liters off of 2 fields, mainly 1 field, the lower strip, and then slightly the chicken field as well. I didn't think it would have been so low, but we've sent out already 37,000 liters of potatoes. And let me just check on Marty real quick. Yeah, okay, so this is the first time I'm actually using him outside of a test scenario to get that done. But yeah, so we are harvesting, or we sent already 37,000 liters over to the storage area. And that was, I don't know how much of the field that was, so it's hard for me to try to use that. But I'm going to say off these 2 fields combined, how much, so this is total 20 acres. I'm going to go ahead and put the ballpark all the way up there. I'm going to say 500,000 liters. I know that's maybe a little crazy, but I think, let's say 400. I'm going to stick with my final guess. Lock it in. 400,000 liters will be harvested off this field. I think the best way to get this done with Marty is to just leave him up there. I'm going to be doing passes way faster than he'll be even able to come back, most likely. So if he just stays up there, and I'll probably have a new 37,000 to dump into him once he's back. But with that being said, I'm going to crack at this. It might be a long project. I don't know what the standard speed for a potato harvester is, but we're plowing along at 17 kilometers an hour, and I feel like that's a pretty good pace. So although our header width isn't too wide, I think we'll make some good time tackling both these fields. But like I said, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to get this montage up and running, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Of course. Right when I'm almost done. Either way, that was some good old potato harvesting. Truthfully, I was a lot more concerned about gathering those potatoes than I needed to be. Everything went extremely smoothly, and to be honest, I don't think I've had such a good harvest in the last 7 years here on Mars. If I had to, I think I would give the MVP to Marty. Marty really came in the clutch, and there's nothing I can do, or nothing I can say rather, to kind of take that away from him. He did great. Now, I don't know if it was a combination, wrong button. I don't know if it was a combination of the field size, my tank size here on the harvester, Marty's bin size, the distance between these fields and the root crop storage area, but everything worked perfectly, kind of like you saw in that last little bit. By time my tank was full, Marty was coming back with an empty bin. Yeah, Marty was coming back with an empty bin, and we were good to unload straight into him. I was never waiting more than a minute, and he was never really waiting more than a minute for me either, so everything went well. Even down to the last bit of final harvesting, he took the last pieces out of me, and now we are good to just rinse it down and put it away for next harvest season. Now, while Marty is heading over... Oh, I thought he would have been a little further by now. You know what? What I'll do is I will drop this off in its new sleeping area. I'm going to store this harvester in that dome. I think there isn't enough room for any other large equipment down by the other bays. So this harvester, the forage harvester, and then any other associated pieces or large pieces will probably live in here. But I'm going to drop this off. I'm going to jump into my other tractor, and I'll meet you guys over there. Okay, so the only little hint I'll give you before I get right up beside it is that we needed to use 2 bins. So definitely more than 400,000. The only thing I could say is that I probably would have been right with 400,000 if we were only talking about one field. The upper strip, sorry, not the upper strip, the upper cube brought in 397,000 liters on its own. And I was very happy with that. That means we are well on our way. Now, this second field brought in another, roughly, 373,000. So, outside of that, and I'll definitely pull the real numbers up here shortly, but we harvested somewhere in the ballpark of 770,000. I think that, 770,000 liters worth of potatoes. Now, let me just jump in here and let's jump over to this menu. Yes. So we now sit at 835,000 liters of potatoes. Now, that means that wheat has been surpassed and is no longer the king crop, at least for now. King crop now goes to potatoes, and we are going to eventually get rid of one of these storage units. Probably next episode, or in between this episode and next, I'll have the colony people come around and pick it up because we do not need it. What I'll end up doing is at some point, maybe not immediately, but at some point, I will take potatoes out of this one, or eventually out of that one, and I'll just use that to fill these up, just so that they're both sitting at perfectly full 500,000 liters each. Now, although the potato harvest went very well, we are not done, and neither is Marty. We have some planting to do and some seeding. We need to sow one large field of canola. Hopefully, I won't need any more canola than the canola I plant now. Hopefully, it can stretch until the end of this challenge. Okay, let's take a look at something. So these weeds will, they'll go away, but expected yield, that's actually pretty good. Expected yield, I can maybe get it up to closer to the 7 tons per hectare range. But I think that's pretty good because if I'm able to get roughly what I got from this field with the oats, that means I should have 100,000 liters of canola. We'll have to wait and... Ooh, I'm missing a piece. Now let's try to reverse this without too much hassle. Not too bad. But that makes me want to put on a GPS, so let's do that first. Okay, so yeah, if I can get 100,000 liters of canola off this field, that means that my pig food process should be good. It should be plenty, to be honest. In this recipe, we only need 250 liters of canola to make the 2,650 liters of pig food. So I think that's pretty good. I really do. I don't even think we'll burn through 50,000 liters of it. But either way, I'm going to plant this because realistically, I just want to get this field done once with canola and then not have to worry about it ever again. If I can go the next 5, 10, hopefully not 13 years without planting any more canola, that'd be great. Because that just means that if I'm planting more canola, it is valuable land that is not being planted towards one of our 6 goals. Mind you, now with potatoes essentially being done, a little less stress, and I will plant potatoes obviously once more. That same recipe we just looked at does require quite a bit of potatoes. Thought I missed a piece. Yeah, it does require quite a bit of potatoes, but luckily we know that if we need to make some, and once again we definitely will be, we can do so without much stress. I plan to make one more field of potatoes, at least for now. Hopefully another 10 acres, probably the upper cube, just because that has a higher yield overall. If I can get that, I think we'll be good. But I'm gonna get this seeding done. Canola surprisingly doesn't require a lot of seeds, so we'll keep an eye on that to see what it looks like once we complete. But I'm gonna get this seeding done. You can see Marty over there already plowing in the potato field. Potato does require plowing after each harvest, so that's okay. We'll take care of that. And then of course, at some point in the near future, we'll go and we will spread more lime down on the upper cube as well, and the lower cube. We'll try to keep liming everything as much as possible. As long as we are not tight on time, we'll probably just give everything a lime whenever we can. But yeah, I'm gonna get this done. No need for another montage right now, but I'll be back in a flash. Hey, and we are back for a quick check-in. So, it's getting pretty late, and what I was planning to do was not able to be done. So I did get the canola field planted, and that luckily only took roughly 14% of my grain tank, so that was pretty good. But then I went over to try to plant wheat in the chicken dome, only to realize that it was not time to plant wheat yet. Wheat is due to be planted next month in September, so we're just gonna have to wait a little bit to get that done. Since I couldn't plant any wheat, I decided to come over and take care of the stones in the potato fields. Now, a surprise to me is that these stones here, and let me see if I can pull them up real quick. These stones here were automatically heavy, big stones. I've never seen it this way, where the first time you harvest, or rather the first time you plow, it goes straight to heavy stones. But this is the situation we're dealing with. So I decided to jump in the tractor and do a little bit of stone picking. At first, I was going to try to roll the stones down back into the ground, only to realize how big the stones were and that I was unable to do so. So once again, here I am. After I get these stones picked up, I do want to get some lime down today, so we are going to be pushing late into the night. I want to get some lime down, and then I want to even maybe roll the fields. I'll probably save the rolling for next month and just call it a night. But yeah, now the reason I want to get some of these things done early is that next month we do have a good bit of things to do. We have our milk and our butter to sell, and I'm looking forward to seeing what type of money we can bring in from that. Afterwards, we do have the chance to plant our wheat, so that should get done next month. And then I do want to start loading eggs. The eggs are almost all full with no room left to spawn new ones in, so I might do that first, I might do that second. I'll probably do that first, but things need to get done. So all that to say, this is probably going to be a late night for me here. I'm probably going to end this day for recording purposes here, and I'll pick back up with you guys very shortly to show you the type of money that was brought in from selling the eggs, and we're full. From selling the eggs and the butter. Eggs and butter? No, milk and butter. Eggs are due to be sold soon in November, but next month we are ready and set to sell butter and milk. So I'm going to take care of that. Marty did a great job plowing up this field. It's unfortunate to hear that we'll have to plow and then stone pick large rocks, large stones out of the field, but it's just one of the things we have to do, or not we have to, but one of the things I'm putting myself through to try to get the best yields off these fields. Now, I'm going to finish up this stone picking like I said, and I'll catch you guys in the morning. Oh, I almost forgot. I need to order my sugarcane harvester to make sure I have enough time for it to get in before we are due to harvest in October, I believe. September, October, November. August, September, yeah, November. No, October. Either way, I need to make sure it is order placed and on its way. So let's do this quickly. I've already checked here, and unfortunately, no sugarcane harvester to be found. So we're just going to go and grab this one. Ooh. Actually, let's do this the other way. I want to make sure that this harvester, where'd you go? This harvester is able to do its thing. Okay. Let's go with a longer pipe. GPS, yes, of course. As always, no plate needed. Whew. $531,000. Okay, that's it, that's all. It's time for sleep. I'll be back, like I said earlier, tomorrow morning. Okay, and we are back on a nice Sunday morning. We have some work to do. As always, there's always work to be done. First, let's hook up, shut this down, and let's get this last butter loaded. We need to get straight into selling this butter. The eggs are out of room. Can I pick these up at the same time? How do I expand these? Oop, oop. I know there's a button. Let's just do them one by one. But yeah, the eggs have no more room to spawn. I woke up this morning at 7 a.m. Start the day early. Glad I did, because I have work to do. Also, I can show you how my new autoload trailer works. Raise these up. And boom, just like that, just like magic. I might as well, oh, that's a pretty cool shot. I might as well get this back on the trailer because I then need to go and bring this over to the chicken dome. Lower that down, power down. Cool. And we can leave that for now. Oh. Let's, how far back do I need to be? Move away. Maybe it's the building. Is it the building causing that issue? No. Okay, I guess I should lock these in. Oh. I don't know what I'm doing. How did I open that back door? Close back door. Yeah. What button was I pressing to do that then? Oof. I do not know. Either way, let's get these over to the sale point. I don't know how these are going to work. I don't know if I have to take them off the truck before I can sell them, but we'll find out. How did I do that? I'm just curious. How did I do that? I'll have to figure out how that was done at another point, but let's get 54,000 liters of butter. All sold. Ooh. I still gotta drive with some degree of caution. Perfect, and they're selling straight away. Well, it's like I can look at my butter as it sells if I do it this way. And the grand total for the butter is $92,000 plus a bonus $13,000. So that brings us up and around the 105,000 range. Yeah, how the hell did I open that side curtain? Oh, okay, that makes sense. It was the button right beside X, the button right beside the folding button, Z. Like me, Farmer Big Z. But yeah, so I now need to hustle on over to the chicken dome, get some eggs loaded, and make some more room for some more eggs and some more money in turn to start spawning. Once I get right beside Marty, I will fire him up. We got some weeds growing in our canola fields, and that needs to be taken care of. Today in September, we have, like I just did, the butter to sell, the milk to sell. We have this canola field to weed, with Marty's help, of course. We then have wheat to plant in the chicken dome, and we have nitrogen. Yes, nitrogen needs to also be spread. I don't know why I didn't do that last month. Maybe I just forgot about it, but nitrogen needs to be spread on this field. So let's go here. Let's set up a quick, pretty default, standard route for Marty and get him underway. There he goes, taking care of those weeds. Perfect. So yeah, I'm going to get that done. I'm going to get this done. The moving of just enough eggs so that I'm not blocking the spawn area any more than I am now. I'll then pick up with some seeding. I have my seeder and my roller here ready to go. Can I load from the side? That is going to be a good question. Let's open up this. Does Z also allow left front? Let's go right front. Right front pushes the curtain to the back. Okay, that makes sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can load this way. But I'm going to get some of this done. I'll get some eggs moved, the wheat planted, the wheat rolled, and then I'll join up with you once we are wrapping up the fertilizing on our canola fields. If Marty is done weeding that field. If not, I'll wait. We have plenty of time, and I'm in no rush. So hang tight. I'll get a little montage of the things I'm doing, and I'll be with you guys in a moment. Okay, and just like that, we are done mowing, baling, tedding, and collecting our bales off of our 3 grass fields. We also did some fertilizing and got our canola fields all the way perfect on nitrogen, so that is looking good. And we are essentially done for the day, done for the month of September. We are going to drop these bales off, let them ferment over by our cow pens, our cow pens, and we are gonna rest up because next month we have some we have some sugar cane, brand new crop for us going into our storage unit. Hopefully we can gather a ton of it off of 2 small fields, and depending on how much depending on how much we can actually collect, it might be a good indicator of what is to come in the future. So I'm going to turn that on, get a little cruise control going. Don't know why that one bale fell off the end, but I find that 2 kilometers an hour is plenty for certain things. Plenty for smoothly moving our bales off of our trailer, and also plenty for moving through the pens as we spray down straw. I think our straw is pretty good. Straw in the cow pen is pretty good. Earlier, when I had to take away the milk, our production was down at 0. I don't exactly know why that was. I'm assuming it's because the milk was full. But now that the milk has been emptied, they are working well. Let's get this dropped off. Right here is fine. And we're gonna call it an episode. As always, I want to thank you for joining me on this challenge and tagging along on these episodes. If you do enjoy this content and if you are interested to see how it finishes up, hopefully very shortly, please go ahead and leave a like on the video. As always, I hope you're having a good day. I'm Farmer Big Z, and I'll see you guys next episode.